Now, who's coming now? Uh-oh, I am seeing, could it be DR? Bonjour. How are you, DR? Happy holidays to you. I know that you're in Canada. It's probably awfully cold up there, if I recall, if I'm not too bobo. Okay, let's see what DR wants us to check out. DR wants us to check out. All right. Let's see. 1999. This is on the soundtrack of my teenage years. Okay. The name of the band is I, Mother Earth. The song is Summertime in the Void. All right, guys. Here we go. And always remember, too, that, remember, while I'm spinning the wheel of cheese, nothing over 7 minutes. It's an automatic punt. You guys ready? Here we go. Happy holidays, everyone. I like the spaceshipy universe, the high oscillation. Bass player, bass player, bass player. That whole rhythm pattern is so badass. Ooh, listen to the bongos back there. You guys feeling it? Ooh, great engineering here. With that bass that kind of enveloping back in. That running around with the bass back there. Nice with the guitars there, with that nice stereo effect, just giving us a little bit of a cerebral sizzle. Listen to those bongos back there, someone's going off. A cut and paste moment, I like to call that in production. He's got a great voice. Great pattern right here, jeez. Was there a little step up in the rhythm there? I mean in the tempo? Felt like it. Let's bring the timbales. When was the last time we heard timbales ripping through a track?
open undreaming.
Bass face.
When the summertime in the void. When the summertime in the void. Sun's upside down. Face down. The outway until chasing. With a schizophrenic infantry. With sense of doubt. She way. Not a man agenda.
What an absolutely badass way to open this, DR. You know, it was, well, first of all my senses got completely lit as far as somebody who listens to music and breaks it down. From engineering technique, all the way to musicianship, to melody, to actually the backing tracks that were extremely rhythmical, as we all know. You know, getting us set on those tracks, you know, it's like a freight train that isn't going to stop. The arrangement between the bass and the drums, the way they worked and locked in together, that was just fire damage plus 20. His voice is phenomenal. I love the fact that hiding back in there is the bongos, not the congas, but the bongos. But the bongos are a high-end percussive instrument, so you can hear them without it being intrusive, and in addition to the arrangement. I like the use of the vocoder thing with the guitars. While there's one, I think one guitar was doing a wah-wah, the other one's doing a vocoder and stuff. And then something else too that I was, you know, that pattern that the bass player is holding down, or the riff that bass player's holding down, everyone kind of teases back and forth, is kind of, it's the zip line in a descending chord pattern. Da, 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 da. I think it was descending, which is really fun to do. Probably one of the most funnest types of tracks for solo practice. You know, staying in that key and that buzz, picking up your guitar or piano or your lute or whatever it is you play and do that. So thanks, DR. That was shaka-doobies. Okay, more cheese, please. Next up, refreshing list. Let's go. Are you ready? List is refresh. Also, Fentool. Yeah, I noticed you said you were also bombing the wheel with this, so I'm glad we got on it. Here we go. Is it? Oh! Lee was just like, I could feel the clinching, Lee. Senjurot, how are you, buddy? All right, let's see what we got here for Senjurot. Senjurot wants us to listen to short and sweet track from one of the best RPGs ever made. Uh-oh, he threw down right there, guys. You guys gotta tell me if he is right. I haven't looked at which one it is, but is this the best RPG ever made? This quote best describes the feeling of the track is meant to convey. The demoness looks formidable with her entourage around her, but her threats ring hollow to you now. You look at her and feel like a titan gazing down over an ant. Overwhelmingly, all-conquering, powerful fills you. What? That little demoness? Those irritating hordes of the abyss? The gods themselves are your only equals now. So I guess that means we're listening to a track from Pathfinder, War of the Righteous. This is called Mythic Power. I don't know what compelled me to read it like that. I'm just saying, stupid. Ooh, let's go. Looks like a university orchestra choir. So is there a leitmotif in this that I'm not hearing since I'm not familiar with it? Very goth charging down the hill, let's go get him kind of vibe. Very ominous, very dark, heavy. All right. That was a banging section of a track. For those of you, or for a game, for those of you who obviously are, you know, into the video games and stuff like that, this definitely seems like this would have been a track that is kind of really nailing down like a scene somewhere in the game where they're just like fully charging and stuff like that. You know, fully going for it, like somewhere it's a battle scene, but very, very intense in the production and stuff. Orchestrated works too. Once again, you know, when the devs or the companies that build the games actually are, you know, putting in the time and energy into hiring a composer for that particular kind of a sound, that's just like putting it right to the top there. But very aggressive, very powerful. Anytime that we ever start the beginning with an establishing ostinato of sorts, you just know what they're trying to create there is a sense of anxiety. So give me a second here, guys. I'm checking something out here. All right. So let's go ahead and see what we got next on our wheel of cheese as we spell it. Thanks, Senjurot. We got more here on some Vili. Let me refresh. And you ready for another spin? Let's just spin for a while. All righty. Refreshing spin. Oh, wheel's getting a little cheesier. Let's go. What do we got? Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. That's hilarious. We were just talking about it, and you were just saying, "Oh, I've been trying to get this for." Well, you know what? The universe has shown itself. Bentool wants us to listen to a track called "I Mother Earth," not quite Sonic. Another one. This is the '90s legendary alternative rock band. Since my early song by them somehow miraculously got chosen, I changed it to this one. All right, guys. Let's go. Let's see what Senjurot has for us. Okie dokie. Let's go. Big day for I Mother Earth, yeah? That's kind of complex with those eighths that are behind it to sound that clean. Yeah, there's that bongo again, you're right. That descending line is reminding me of a song, and I can't recall it. I mean, I'm just saying. Once again, you gotta love what the bass player's doing here. Listen to that. A little bit of a Pearl Jam move with 0 to 12 work. I love how he landed on the and on that break past the 1. I mean, it lands on the 2. I'm sorry. That's great. Yeah, I know. The bass is insane. Nice kind of blues major kind of pentatonic thing going on there. I'm loving the bongos. You guys hear the similarity though between this song and their other one? It may not be what you're thinking. Or maybe like a formula. I like how they're really shoving that riff in our head now. You hear that popping on the bass? Yeah. With the bongos. I love that. Okay, so super badass track. So now after hearing the first one, and then we dove into this next one, obviously, and I only have 2 tracks to go off of, right? I'm sure they got a pretty fat, discography, different kinds of music. But it seems like the formula, at least in these 2 tracks that I've heard of them, is really following just lock and loading and committing to a riff that and run with it. Once again, it's that freight train, and you know, never touching the third rail. Well, two different trains, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. Really great engineering on this and production, and actually blooming, letting that riff bloom from coming here in the mix. In my visual of listening to it, riff is widening, and then finally at about minute 3:20, they blast that riff open. And also, I saw somebody had posted something about that. It's kind of Tool adjacent. I think one of the things that's happened, and especially since Tool became so famous, is a lot of times whenever we hear a track that has a lot of, you know, you're pedaled. You're pretty much in one key, and you're making sure that that key is identified through and through with either a bass riff line that's repetitive or something like that. I think a lot of times, because of how huge Tool is, and that's not a personal thing. I'm just saying, really. That's the go-to. When you hear something that when a band or an artist or a musician does that, you go, oh, sounds like Tool. Oh, sounds like Tool. You know, so either way, great song. I loved it. All right, one more wheel of cheese. Let's go. And then I have a few donos, and then we'll go wheel of cheese. Ready for one more wheel of cheese? A cheesy wheel. Oh, a few more donos did come in. All right, stand by. I'm still wheel of cheesing it. Cheesy wheel. Look what popped up. Is this a Meshuggah track that just popped up here? Ba-dum-bum. All right, wheel of cheese. Here we go. Fentool. So stoked we got to you. All right, here we go. Bada bing. Oh, not too much. You guys ready? We spin. Okay. Oh. DJ, the DJer, the DJ Mundo, the DJ Ribi, the DJ Tambor. Stupid. I'm putting all the energy in this stream, guys. It might be the last one of the year, so having some fun. DJ Tambor says that he wants us to check out something composed by Yukihiro Jindo. Of course, we know it's already going to be magic, right? This track is the final boss theme of an extra dungeon in the game that it takes place on an icy battlefield and is a 2 versus 2 battle between the main character and 2 other characters that they meet during the end game. So, the game is YSX, and the name of the song is Mighty Blizzard. Let's go. Okay, wasn't expecting happiness, some joy out of that. That was a nice turn. Clean chuggly. Catchy melody. Very thick unison arrangements going here. Melody, followed by, thickening it up. Nice second arrangement on the guitar there for the harmony on this side. Kind of reminds me, oh God, Mark Bonilla, heavy metal instrumentalist, and his song Matador from the 80s, if anybody remembers. so out of shape, my finger just cramped up just doing that. Air keys and air guitar, that's me today. Well, you know, in the most perfect way, one of the best composers in the world, you know, obviously Yukihiro Jindo, with an incredibly melodic, powerful piece, taking the music to the wall and sticking it there. You know, a really great representation of just fantastic melodic work there. I just want to circle back to that one thing I was saying in stacked melody. So orchestrating wise, depending on the kind of power you want to get through, you will emphasize more of the melody by taking the melody. Da, 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 da. Okay, that's the melody. Then you assign it to the strings, and then you assign it to the horn section, and then you assign it to a full, you know, section of woodwinds and stuff, so that melody really cuts through in the complete representation of the tones from high instruments to low instruments and stuff like that. You know, because in this case, what was really kind of holding it all together in that capacity is the drums and the guitar and stuff, plus the guitar, man, that, you know, great musicians over there. The chugging, the eighths chugging, were just good time. Okay, we're gonna take a little break from Wheel of Cheese. We're gonna get on some donos. Before we do though, I have a song here from a Patreon request yes, I still actually have a Patreon channel. And so this song is called Bad Omens, Just Pretend. So I'm thinking the band name is called Bad Omens and the song is Just Pretend. So yeah, and just I want to let you guys know, you want to join me ever on Twitch, that link is down below. You put your song on a cheesy wheel, we spin it, it lands. You ever want to hang out on the channel, the Abbacado Show, and watch this whole stream blow up the way it does as far as the show format of what I do, that link is down below as well. All right, guys, here we go. This is Bad Omens, Just Pretend, from Greki477 on my Patreon list. All right, here we go. I suck. Ow. Woo, wouldn't be me if I didn't blow it. Here we go. Shut up, guys. You're killing me. All right, let's see what this is all about. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like Santa Monica.
I'm not afraid of the war you've come to wage against my sins. I'm not okay, but I can try my best to just pretend. So will you wait me out? Or will you drown me out? So will you wait me
Ooh, whatever's holding that bottom pad sound or something. Heavy. Well, I'll punch you in the throat with that hook. Well, I like they only give you a little taste of the hook there. Strong backgrounds on that hook too.
Goes by where I don't think I feel the same. So
I love the hybrid sound design loop percussion that was going on back there. Really good. Great tone in his voice. I love that head voice to chest right there. These ambient ethereal breaks really take the hook home. Here comes the build into the hook. It's got to be the final punch coming right now. Yeah. I mean, obviously by the video, there's heavy pulling content lyrically, but emotionally his singing is matching that. Really rinsing that with a long, cavey, ethereal reverb there. Wow. There's a few more minutes. Oh, a little bit more left of the video, it looks like. I don't know. Seemingly so. Anyhow, a couple of things I want to say about this. Number one, this has been the era for me learning, as an old composer, about the infusion and the hybrid work of whether we call this metal or not, or if it is. I don't know anything about the band, so forgive me, band members, fans, and record company. But I think one of the unique things that's coming out of this formula of composition is the ability of even bolder tug-of-wars emotionally. So in other words, when you get into a little bit more of the ethereal ambient part of the track, so those are the verses, it seems like. Second verse added a little bit of a percussive pulse to it, like with a some kind of a hybrid loop, sound designy loop kind of thing that was going on there. So they lifted the production a little more. Something I will say that I think is super important still in songwriting in the path of being successful, and I think maybe because I'm old and it programs this way, but if you're in it to a minute, you win it. You guys have heard me say that before. They were into the hook within a minute, but then they repeated that and they got right back into it by about a minute and a half. So that really reinforced the hook and the power. Plus the other thing is, talking about the power, when you do that kind of production and blow up in the hook like they did, then that's the stick, that's the hook, right? Great voice, great performance. Like I said earlier, I was watching the video a little bit. The performance did kind of echo the energy of the video. Once again, I'm not really trying to tie that through. What I will say that's a unique thing too about our era is those background vocals are phenomenal. Whether they're generated through plugins or the vocalist is there doing it there, singing layers. And I didn't say that to ding, the vocalist of production. It's just tools that are being used sometimes to, get certain sounds. Even though in my head automatically I go to a thought process like that, you still have to get that to happen. Those harmonies. And there were some really great harmonies that stuck through that. So anyhow, I thought this was a great track. And this was Bad Omens, Just Pretend. And that came from my Patreon channel, so thank you so much. Kick-ass track. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying, and then now I'm dying. All right, guys, let's hit the donos. You ready? Dono Nation, let's go. First one is, hello, Makuzia. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Happy holidays to you. Let's see what Makuzia wants. I wanted to share some Fleetwood Mac from before Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks joined. Happy holidays to you too. Oh, all right. I look forward to this. This is from one of our legacy Kados, Makuzia. Say hi to Makuzia, everybody. Here we go. Oh, yay.
Yes, the same kind of story that seems to come down from long ago. Two friends having coffee together when something flies by their window. It might be out on that lawn, which is wide at least half of the playing field. Because there's no explaining what your imagination can make you see and feel. Your body wants nothing.
That rusty old electric piano. And also, I love the 2 guitar work. We got the clean acoustic.
Now it's not a meaningless
Little
question.
answer backs.
Ask if they've been and gone. I remember a talk about North Carolina.
And you hear the organ? Just.
You see, the sides were like glass in the thick of a forest without a road. And if any man's hand ever made that land,
This is another one of those tracks. It sets you into that pattern, just lets it take over. Set it on the tracks and let it run.
Seems like a dream. They got me hypnotized.
It almost sounds like there's a little synth bass that's following the bass line.
And I know that's right.
Or if it's a doubling of guitar and EP and bass doing the same exact pattern. Very jazzy there with that Wes Montgomery vibe with the guitar playing.
Seems like a dream, got me hypnotized.
They say there's a place down in Mexico where a man can fly over mountains and hills. And he don't need an airplane or some kind of engine, and he never will. Now you know it's a meaningless question to ask if those stories are right. Cause what matters most is the feeling you get when you're hypnotized. When it seems like a dream, they got you hypnotized.
For some reason, this reminds me of Tystick. You know if you know.
Seems like a dream. They got you hypnotized. Yeah, that's when they got you hypnotized. Seems like a dream.
Mom Zero knows. Why do I know that Mom Zero knows that? Why do I know that? That's great.
Body was nothing. Float around and got you.
Ah, what a great track. That was just such a great laid-back track. I was just sizzling through it, or sizzing through it. I was just kind of, hey, in a Tystick kind of way, Mom Zera. First of all, I realized I made a bit of a mistake. Does that surprise anybody? I don't know what happened. I know I clicked on Makuzia's thing, and this is what happened. And for some reason, Makuzia's name is off the form. So Makuzia first, if something happened, I think Snake just popped in, or 1 a.m. might be around. And maybe check with them to see what happened with the forum. And let's get you right back on there. But anyhow, Mom Zera, what a great, I forgot that the other members didn't come in until a little later. And so this track right here was just really glidey and stony, not stoner rock, but you know what I'm talking about, Obviously, Tystick for the third time. For those of you who don't know what Tystick was, in the 70s, there was, when Mary Jane, marijuana, weed, when you used to buy it by the lid, there used to be a strain called Tystick, which came out of Thailand, actually. And it was buds that were actually tied to a stick, and they were dipped in opium. And so when Mom Zera and myself, Zera, I hope I didn't out you on that. I'm just saying, I didn't say you did it, but just we know what that is because we seemingly maybe grew up in the same time zone or something. But yeah, that was, a matter of fact, that was the very first time I got so freaking lit. I think I told the story before, right before hockey practice. My friend goes, dude, you got to try this. It smells a little weird. Okay. I don't remember the practice. I don't remember nothing. I remember people laughing at me. I just, anyhow, that story came from this song. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a super Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. What a great listen. Thank you. Jack Zera, Mom's Cool Beans. I'm just saying. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, funny, I just refreshed the how do you do, and Jack Zera, you are up right now. So it is a Zera, back-to-back Zera session. So yeah, let's go. I love this band, and funny enough, I discovered them because they did music for a silly web series called Red vs. Blue. Happy holidays. Guys, Jack Zera wants us to listen to the band Truckado, and the name of the song is Good Fight. Ready? Let's go. Ooh, what a clean recording.
Shotgun blast. You're the ghost that lingers in my past. You don't know what I've seen. My lucky number.
You seem to be securing tracks that have a lot of that sustained note. You hear it? Oh, so now it changes, of course.
As I believe you earn your reprieve.
Listen to that deep snare.
We're gonna fight the good fight. We're gonna fight the good fight. We're gonna fight the good fight. And I'm locked and loaded, sugar coated, and I'm ready, baby, for you.
Super crispy, Robbie.
Shoot me down, you can take me down, but there ain't no way to keep my body down. There ain't no way to keep my body down tonight.
No click track there. I say that with all respect. It's almost like as if there was this kind of clean engineering and stuff in the 60s. If you know what I'm trying to get at with that. There's a B-52's element in this. Almost looks like the artwork in the circles isn't like a Galactica or Galaxy. Space Invaders, right? Kind of Yellow Submarine-ish vibes here. But the engineering on this is so clean and so well done. Journey in the arrangements. That was a great track. That was quite the journey, though. I mean, you know, for me, I was playing in my head a lot of different things in receiving that, as listening to it, as first of all, the incredible engineering on that. It's usually not the first thing you open up with when you listen to music, right? It's the song, it's the music, it's the melody. It's so clean, and every one of those tracks did not have any, excuse me, no reverb whatsoever, but they had width. It had width based on engineering techniques. Excuse me. Now let's go into the song structure itself. Great tones in the guitar. Nice little, I like the shifts into whenever the hook came in, we went into kind of a double time mode. And also like the B-52 style vocals that were there. It reminded me of a little bit of Yellow Submarine kind of work as well. That's why I was kind of signaling back to, if engineering was good like this in the 60s, I don't know why I married that in my head, but that was a really good track. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to you. Okay, next up, let's see what Lateral Tap wants from us. Happy holidays, Lateral Tap. I hope you're still here. What's going on? Okay, Caravan Girls is the 9th song from Goldfrapp's album Seventh Tree from 2008. Seventh Tree was a departure from Goldfrapp's previous most synth electronic drum albums inspired by paganism and surreal English children's book. This is a perfect season for that, isn't it? Goldfrapp describes it as a sensational counterpoint to their previous album Supernature's Glitterball Glamour. For me, Caravan Girl is a sunny, hopeful ray of light and a taste of summer. All right, Lateral Tap, are you here, buddy? I don't know, that that lateral taps in the house. Let's go. All right. God, I hate to say I remember that. You're not kidding.
What is her name? That Caravan girl. What is her name?
Free flying, free will. I remember those days.
A hazy day. What is her name?
I like that sparkling. Oh, another scene from Santa Monica. This is such a great, fun track.
Barefoot and game, that stranger on the hill. What is her name?
Love that arrangement there with the vocals. The backgrounds.
Like the sun, a lazy day. Have you
I like- That's going on. I love that little sprinkle bit of the arrangement there that gives us some stereo imaging.
It's just something like you. I'd like to know. Should I stay or should I go? It's a long, long way to go, but I want to let
Nice little surprise change there. I like that.
be shy. Run away, you get away and bring it all back. Run away,
Great hook construction here.
get away.
The repetitiveness of the melody. That sings through it, even if you're not hearing it right now. I love the vocal production, unique as the background.
Don't bring it all back.
Those are really cool background vocals there. It colors in the vibe. There's a little sizzle happening here. I don't know if it's in the mix or what it's associated with, maybe a guitar. That Leo Carrillo area? No. I see Point Doom in the distance. Love, love, love this track. You were right about everything that you said, Lateral Tap, about it having that kind of summer vibe, uplifting kind of energy to it. Obviously, the video in association with that is indicating that. Along with the video and the music and how it was produced, I mean, obviously, when I saw her going under the, Santa Monica Pier and just doing this, just, it reminds you of freer times in your life. You just sail and just go with it and skate around, and I think also tied into the video because that's actually selling part of the whole experience with the song. Opening up with the little AM FM radio while you go on your journey. Great hook construction. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. That was the whole hook, but the chord changes below it emphasize the hook because then every chord you drop it into, it changes a little bit of the vibe there. But that da 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 da. Sorry, my throat's what it is. But I really love the track. I thought it really represented well. Funny enough, the second video that we've seen that's brought in Santa Monica, the pier. See, here's how old I was. I used to surf the POP. That was a pier that was demolished a little ways down. I think there's a jetty that's out there now or something. Yeah, that's back in the day. There was a time where I actually used to live right by the Santa Monica Airport when in the 80s. For a couple of years, I had a little spot right there, and with the studio and everything. Good times. I think that's another reason too where I'm like vibing on the track. I'm like, yeah, man, I remember. There's so much of that. Yes, I was alive before the pier was destroyed. That's how old I am, I'm just saying. All right, guys, continuing on. Next up here is going to be Caving. How are you, Caving? No message on this. Caving just wants us to listen to a track from the band called Swallow the Sun. And the name of the song is Upon. Whoops, I hit it too close. Oh, shit. I hit the wrong button. Hey, one of the mods, can you do me a favor? Can you send me the link or put it in the message? Shut up. I know, Aman, I'm just giving you, come on. I'm staying on brand. I'm just saying, what the heck? Gosh, I so suck. I don't know if I have any mods here. They could have already abandoned me. Oh, no. How do I go find it? Hang on for a second. I got to try to find this. I got to find this. I can't overcome. It was Caving's song. That was, I hit complete before I got the link. Snake's probably back there playing video games, listening to me, making sure I don't blow it. Going, oh, shit. Jeeves blew it. No, I think Snake's going to dig into it really quick for me. That's because that's what we do here. You know, the mods save me, save the old man at all costs. All right, let's see. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait and chill, which is fine. I can drink some water. I need some hydration, so stand by. I'm just saying. Oh, there it is, Snake. Snake just popped it in. Let me make sure, because he just said this is going to be the wrong request potentially. Is it Swallow the Sun, right? That's what you wanted, is what I'm saying. Okay, we got it now. Uh-oh, he said he refreshed it, Snake. We're diving in. When you refreshed it. Well, okay, if you refreshed it, let me see if he shows back again. So stand by, because we're cool, we're fun that way. Okay. In there. No, man, you're not showing up. So I'll play the one that we have before. Yeah, DM it to a Snake right now. I'm going to go and move on to another one, and we'll come back to you. Okay, so, because, you know, I honor the dono. Okay, let's continue on. We'll get back to Caving in just a second. Next up is LC Yane. Lisa Wolf. Everybody say hi to Lisa Wolf here. She wants us to listen to a very unique track, I'm sure, because she brings in such flavors. The Palettes of Sound by Lisa Wolf. I don't know what the hell that all was. So I posted this in Discord, and this band is really involved in promoting, etc. The bassist, which I was really involved in promoting, so she's talking about, The bassist for this band is Jeff Matz, currently high on the fire bassist. The way I read that, I was like, he's currently high. No. So he's credited for composing a good portion of this album, during which he and I were exchanging a ton of sludge and stoner metal. So once again, just a shout out to Diamond, Jeff Matz, and Zeke. And much love for the Abbacado crew. Yes, sir. This is coming from Lisa Wolf, LC Yeen. All right, let's go. Well, and the name of the track, I blew it there, I think. Dragonfly.
Through the long, hard, dragonfly.
So classic, so powerful. Yeah, I was about to say caving. You landed that on me. Very Motorhead-ish. Oh yes, listen to the bass work on this. Supporting the solo section. I love that. I was getting a little bit of a vibe of Moby Dick, Zeppelin for some reason right there. I think because the track puts me in that pocket of original, powerful, classic metal sound of the 70s. Damn! Lisa Wolf, that was... can you tell me really quick, because I can't scroll down, when did they release that one? That was such a great, badass, powerful, authentic rock track, 70s style. Even in its production and engineering, it's like they wanted to keep that authenticity, that formula, and they did it like with full, you know, authenticity. Is that making sense? Especially with the tone of the guitars. What are you saying, 24, 25 or something like that? They did an absolutely unbelievable job with that. I liked the voice on this, though, was a little more current sounding. And what I mean by that is when I'm sitting there saying, God, it reminds me of just raw classic, you know, rock and metal of the 70s. Obviously produced, you know, if you say in the early 2000s, there's new techniques of singing and different ways of doing things. I thought the combination was really super strong and powerful. Strong and powerful, strong and powerful, powerful and strong. I don't know which one's more powerful or strong. Well, great vibe. In the back of my head, I'm also thinking, I don't know what they looked like or anything, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking of the, you know, Black Sabbath-y 70s, bell bottoms, belt, you know, long hair, that look. That was the image it conjured up while I was listening to it. I'm just saying. Anyhow, Lisa Wolf, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry everything that you and whatever it is that you celebrate. Thank you so much for hanging out and being one of our legacy Cados. Okay, let's keep going. And then I'm going to break into a little cheese for you cheesy wheelies that have been hanging around. I'll go back and forth a little bit. Okay, next up, caving. I haven't gotten our... no, I'm not going to be able to, Snake. That's why I'm doing this. I'm kind of... my week jammed up a bit. So that's why I kind of came in. So... and also may not be able to stream before the end of the year. So that's what, you know. By the way, though, if you are bailing and you've got to jump off and do something, I'm a Snake. I can't thank you enough for your support as well all year long, you know, helping me with all the technical stuff. I'm just preempting it just in case you're bailing. And, you know, helping me through it all, being there, watching my back. You know, I know you've been really busy. I hope you're having a great time, you know, zooming around your town when it's not raining. So thank you so much for everything that you've brought this year. I really appreciate it, buddy. Oh, you do? I just thought I'd say that. I had you in mind. Didn't know if you were gonna. I knew you were really busy, so I just wanted to say that. All right, next up, JMac 728. Here we go. Oh boy, changing the gears. Just got to get ready for this, guys. It's his favorite song from a particular album, from a particular band. For those of us who love this band, there's a particular reason. So I will particularly not even introduce this except by saying one thing. This is coming from J-Mac. I have one thing to say to you guys. Get a hold of your volume knob, whatever knob you might be holding on to, and turn it down from 11. Here we go. Stupid. Uh-oh. I can see SB right now. Don't hurt yourself. Great syncopation, man. It's Meshuggah. I got nothing else to say. That 1-5. You know, to me, another one of their major signature tones is the bass, the way that bass sounds. Right, Caving? It's almost like you know when you're hearing a Korn song, you don't even have to, just by the bass. It's like you know when you're hearing a Meshuggah track, it's that bass. Well, then, of course, in the song and everything itself. I'm just saying. Man, his vocal performances are just strato. And this is such a signature move from Meshuggah. It lets you rinse in those patterns. Yeah. Loving this, man. This is badass. This is great. They always leave a lot of the good shit for the end, you know? All right, so Meshuggah ObZen. Let's talk about the bass. We're all familiar with the band, obviously. Their legacy, they're legendary. They have influenced just a bazillion people. Very special, unique set of musicians. The authenticity of the darkness and the heaviness, the vocals are incredible. This is a band that I've got to tell you, the very first time I got a suggestion, I almost didn't play it. I think it was Bleed. I think it was just because it looked so gnarly, and I wasn't quite, like, I was like new into this, you know, reaction thing. And I was like, oh my God, what do I was like, oh, just put it in. And then I was like, bruh, the musicianship. You know, I wasn't taken off by the tones. And I think it was the very first time I was going through listening to music that had that darker howling, growling, you know, kind of vocals and stuff like that. I was still pretty new to it. The one thing I immediately locked into was the extraordinary musicianship. Even though the riffing is like, you know, dive bombing 0 to something big, you know, not voicings, I'm looking for interval, you know, a lot of 007, 005, 006, 0012, 0013, you know, in their patterns and stuff like that, along with the rhythmical value of everything. It's an extraordinary band. But I've got to tell you, when I said I want to talk about the bass really quick, it is for me, it is such a signature sound. So we're past the musicianship. They're all kill it, full stop. But the bass is such a signature sound that what I had said during the song, which was, it's like, you know, when a Korn track came on, you didn't have to, before any vocals came in, that signature bass sound was something that you just went, Korn, you know? And it's the same thing with the tone of the bass. I think it's a paramount, super powerful part of everything that Meshuggah, in its whole burrito, if you would, in that formula. Maybe doesn't get a lot of love. Bass players usually don't get as much love, you know. If you have definitive love for bass players, give me like, you know, or if you feel that they are the unsung heroes a lot of the time that are, you know, give me like some kind of a mode or something, you know, yeah, kind of thing. But that's how I'm feeling about it, you know. The patterns are one thing. Keeping up with the arrangements and everything that they do, that's one thing. It's extraordinary. But that bass tone, I think it's just absolutely epic, you know? I'm just saying, that's the way I feel about it. And apparently so do you guys. That's how you feel about it. Yes, sir. Thank you for bringing that in, man. I so appreciate that. Okay, I did say I was going to go to Wheel of Cheese. I do want to do one more dono. And then after that, I actually have more donos. So we're going to do Wheel of Cheese and then donos. So stand by. I got one more I want to pop in here. This is from J2Juiced. And this track here is, let me see here. Aloha and happy holidays. Aloha and happy holidays to you, my brother. This song comes from T-Square, also known as The Square, one of the most influential Japanese jazz fusion bands still going. Oh, of course. Yeah, I know who these guys are. You guys have been bringing them in the stream. The 1984 album, this features on Called Travelers. I said that wrong, but is notable for having influenced a lot of Japanese video games that came out during this period. The original Super Mario Brothers and Street Fighter II being two of the famous examples. So, J2Juiced wants us to listen to T-Square, or The Square, and the name of the track is Night Dreamer. Let's go. That old synth patch. Yeah, it's kind of a fusion pop vibe. I know, Swapsy, aren't they great? So clean. That bright piano. Good answer back to that break in the melody. Pre-chorus, maybe? Nice stall out on the measures. But getting a little bit more into the jazzy fusion vibes. Obviously piano lit. I'm not hearing any guitar in there. Nice. That's like an Oberheim. Kind of like rolled off a little bit of like the saw waveform on that I'm on. Hey, do we have guitar now? Yes, of course. So clean, jeez. I guess the funky guitar was there, I just wasn't hearing it in the arrangement. Yes, please bring in a little sex. One of the great things about this track that keeps it accessible for a broader possibility of listening is just how straightforward the drums are. That really makes a difference. See how the drums are 4 on the floor, except for accents? That's important. Sorry. It's making me go there. Nice little bend there on the pad. See if it happens, does it again. Yep, that was great. Bass player's having the best time of his life right now. Let's not leave out the shaker. Here's the shaker. Here's the shaker. Oh, what a great listen, man. I so loved that track. That was such a great listen. A lot of the components of it, too, that was the era that style of music was really lifting. I think somebody, when you mentioned it here, in Japan, that it influenced a lot of, future compositions and gameplay that I can identify. For me, it was like a very, if you're going to put kind of a progressive jazz fusion in the blender and then put it in a nice chunk of pop in it, we get something like this. It sounds absolutely badass and super cool. The reason why I say pop, though, and, you know, check me if I'm wrong on this, in the contemporary sound of it, what kept it pop and contemporary from you was the drums, right? So the drums were really just laying forward, you know, except for, you know, following it in unique fills or accenting on the stabs and stuff like that. But really just kind of laid forward and just kept it on the track. So it was just doom, ba, doom, ba, doom, ba, 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 doom, ba, doom, ba, doom, ba, boom, ba, you know, that kind of a thing. That's where I get that when I say add a nice little chunk of pop in there. You know, so otherwise, if the drummer, I mean, what would have made or break that, obviously, if the drummer was a lot more, you know, all those other accents are, you know, all of that right there, you know, could have shifted it into a whole different vibe. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'm saying. Oh my God, that's funny. Jeeves Davis from Corns. Guys, give me a second. I got to go to the restroom. I'm going to refill some water and some stuff. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. I suck. Hang on for a second, guys. I'll be right back. Let me turn off my hard drive first.